Good morning, everybody. We're back at it. It's Monday. All of the Christmas and New Year's holiday stuff, probably for most of us, is pretty much over, right? So let's see, this week is looking like more of a normal schedule for me. So we're going to be teaching classes every day this week, every morning at 7 a.m., except for Thursday. No class on Thursday. But today, we're going to get right after it with a glutes and inner thighs workout. So if you're doing this workout with me this morning, you will need some weights. You can't see mine, but I've got a whole bunch of different sizes of weights down here. Remember, it's an upper body day, so get some weight that's gonna, or it's a lower body day, excuse me. So get some weight that's gonna challenge you in the lower body. I'm still hitting it hard with the heavy strength classes. So I want you to choose some weight that is heavy for you, that's challenging for you. That being said, this is your workout, do it, all right? I've got a bunch of different weights ranging from 12-pound dumbbells at the low end, clear up to 30-pound dumbbells, which is like a max for me on my lower body. Also, if you have a large exercise ball, grab that for this workout. If you don't have one, it's okay. You'll still be able to do this workout just fine. But if you've got a large exercise ball, grab that, have it ready, and then grab some loop bands if you've got those as well, all right? I'm gonna give you just a second to get your stuff together. And the final piece to the puzzle today, look around your room, see if you've got a wall nearby, because we're gonna be using a wall a little bit today, okay? All right, check in if you like to do that for accountability, or if you just like to say hi to me. And we're gonna get going here pretty quick. One last rundown, a bunch of different weights, a large exercise ball if you've got it, and loop bands. That's what you will need this morning. And we are gonna start off with our loop bands and our large exercise ball. So my loop bands, I have like a variety pack of them that come in all different strengths. If you have strengths of loop bands, I am gonna start out pretty close to the maximum strength, just because we're gonna start out with no weight. If you don't have different strengths of loop bands, don't stress about it. Just get whatever you've got. And if you don't have loop bands at all, you can still do this, all right? Okay, I'm guessing everybody who's gonna check in has Lacey, Courtney, and Tessa, my friends. Welcome, I'm glad you guys are here this morning. Grab your loop band. We're gonna put that loop band just under our knees. And then we're gonna grab our large exercise ball and go into a wall sit on the wall. Now, if you don't have something that I'm talking about here, if you don't have a loop band, an exercise ball, or a wall, hang tight, I'll tell you what to do, okay? So you're gonna have several options, but I want everybody who's got this set up to get in position. We're just gonna go down into a wall sit. So band below the knees, go into that wall sit on the ball. And I want you to focus on shifting your weight to your glutes. Down nice and low, kind of arch your back, get your weight in your heels, and just hold this wall sit position. If you don't have a ball, you can do a wall sit on the wall without a ball. And if you don't have a wall nearby you, you can just stand in the middle of your room and you are gonna sit low into a squat position and do exactly as I say on the wall. You'll just be standing out in the middle of your room. All right, so you got options. If there's something you don't have today, or something that is hurting you to do, or you're just not feeling it, just modify it. I'll try to give you suggestions for modifications, but you can also figure out modifications that work for you as well, right? So don't automatically say, oh, this isn't working for me. Just modify slightly. You can do a squat in the middle of the room. You can do just a wall sit without the ball if you don't have one. If you don't have a loop band, you can do all this without, all right? Okay, we're gonna sink down a little lower. Now, holding your wall sit is your weight in your glutes and hamstrings. Now, this is a compound movement. You're gonna be using your entire lower body. But If you feel like your quads are overloaded, we don't want that. Take your feet out farther and sit down lower, arch your back, kind of tuck your booty up under the ball, shift your weight to your glutes. Okay, now we're just gonna start doing a little outward opening press with those knees. Press and press. So just engaging, warming up those glutes. We haven't done wall sits of inversion for, you guys are in for a treat today. Pressing outward with those knees. Now I want you to try to stay in your wall sit position as long as you can. If you get to failure, make it uncomfortable in the outer thighs, glutes, quads, everything. You need to sit lower and get your feet wider to add more tension to that band, because we're coming up on our last 20 outward presses. Okay, here we go. 20, 19, and 18. 16. 14 more. Sit a little lower if you need to. 12. 11. Oh, it's hitting me now. 9. 8. 7. 6. Woo! 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. All right, we're gonna come up out of our squat position, shake it out for just a second, and then we're gonna go back. Sorry, I have some weird like pop-up thing right here on my computer screen, and it's okay. We're gonna go back to the wall, only now we're gonna do squats using the ball and the band, and we're gonna add a little bit of weight. If you don't have some version of this setup, you can do goblet squats in the middle of the room, all right? So I'm gonna choose a weight. We're still at the beginning of class. We're just gonna pick one. So I think it's just one, so I'm gonna grab a 20, right? That would be like holding 2 10s. I think that's doable for me this early on in the game. And then the trick is, now you only have one hand to get the ball in position, right? Slide it on up. You got options as far as holding your dumbbell. You can hold like this, or you can hold it like a goblet. We've done that before too, right? So we're just gonna go down into our squat. Here we go. Now I want you to get down nice and low. Make sure the ball is in the right position. Most people have to start with it a little lower than they think, because when you sit down, it goes up, right? And then we want our weight in our glutes and hamstrings. I'm still utilizing the band. Now we're gonna do a tiny, I was gonna say mini, same thing, tiny mini squat down here. So you're gonna go down and up, pushing through your heels, isolating your glutes. So keep it low. If your wrists start to get tired, you can set here too, okay? Keep it low. You just need that added weight on your person somewhere, okay? Now, the key or the idea of doing a mini squat is I want you to really focus on engaging your glutes. So stay low, stand up through your heels, push your knees open against that band, and we're gonna do 20. 20 is gonna kill me, I'm already on fire here. 19 more, 18, 17, are you pressing open with those knees? 15, 14, oh my gosh. 12, get your weight in your backside. 10, 9, 8, oh my gosh, I'm on fire here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. My, oh my, oh my. Okay. I'm gonna set this weight down, get rid of my loop band for a second, and one of my favorite, and it seems so straightforward, but it's so good. One of my favorite lifts for glutes is simply a one-legged squat. So I ask you to have a wall nearby. You can do it, but it's fairly hard to balance once you get pretty heavy weight, okay? So it's just as it sounds. You're gonna be on one leg, you're gonna be holding a weight, and you're gonna squat down and up. So it's a squat, you're not hinging forward, you're bending that knee, and let me show you something, let me face you straight on. You want the workload in your glute, okay? So I kind of pop my hip, see that? So my weight's in my heel, and you'll feel that glute take over. Give it a try without your weight. You want the weight in your glute and hamstring, okay? If you're leaning forward, it's gonna be quad heavy. If you're hinging at the hips, it's gonna be hamstring heavy. We want glute. So squat and pop. Okay, we're gonna go heavy. We're not maxing out yet. Max out means you only do 10 reps, as heavy as you can go. That's not where we're at, but I want you to start going heavy. It's one leg, so I think I'm gonna hold a 20. If you don't have weight that's heavy enough for you, you can hold 2 weights, but you won't have that balance element. So keep that in mind, okay? So I'm gonna start with my left. If you're mirroring me, I'm gonna start with my left. If you're mirroring me, but we're kind of facing in different directions, so it's not gonna matter. Why don't you start with your left too? We're gonna hold on. I want the weight in the same side as the leg you're standing on, and then we're gonna go right into that squat. Weight in your heel, stand it up. So this is another isolation move. You can really focus on getting your weight in your glute. This is a big range of motion movement. So you can stand all the way up straight out of it. And we're gonna do 15 more. 14. 13. And 12. It's okay if you lean forward slightly if you keep your weight in your glute. 10. 9. All of that weight should be shooting down through your heel. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. All right, I'm gonna catch my breath just for a second. Those of you that check in regularly, I know you're here, and I know there's people that don't check in as well. So if you're kind of new, evaluate. Was I starting to feel it? Was I struggling? Am I getting not close to our max because we're doing lots of reps? But by the last 5 or so reps, a little bit of balance. You can hold onto a chair too, if that's what you got. Your leg, just get it out of the way, all right? You're ready, set, here we go. Pop that hip out. Overload that glute. Every time I do these, especially when I max out, which we will do today, I am ridiculously sore. Right where I want to be sore the next day. These are so good if you can get your weight distribution, and that just means you're lifting with your glutes. If you can get that correct, you're golden here. 15. 13. 12. 11. 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 2, last one, and 1. All right, beautiful job. Okay, we're gonna do some walking lunges today. This first set, we're basically gonna max out. So you're gonna do 10 walking lunges. Pick your poison. I want you to go with what you think would be your heaviest that you could do 10 reps. We're gonna do more than one set, don't freak out. We'll take some stuff in between. So if you're not exactly where you need to be on this first set, it's fine. You're gonna wanna walk where you have space. So 10 reps, that means 1 and 1, right? So I'm gonna go out of camera. I'll just tell you, but you can count your own as well. Work with the space you've got. If you have no space, just do alternating front lunges, okay? All right. I think my max is 25s, but I might be pushing it, but I guess we'll find out, okay? So we're gonna do 10 repetitions with the head, and I am gonna loop around because that's the space I've got. You ready? Let's go. There's 10 and 10. 9 and 9. You guys just keep going. 8. Do you here? And 8. Follow the sound of my voice. 7 and 7. 6. 6. 5 and 5. 4 more. 4. 4. 3. 3. 2. And 2. 1. And 1. Oh, I barely made it back into frame. 10 reps. I'm gonna set these guys down. Catch your breath. Now, when you max out, we do less repetition, heavy weight, and you should need to catch your breath for a second at the end. I know those people who have been working with me for a while, you already know all this stuff, so that's cool. But if you have to go lighter than your max for whatever reason, and you feel like you can do a lot more than 10, while we're taking our breather, you keep going, and that's fine. Remember, modify, don't quit. All right, we're back to our, which means danger. This is the heaviest loop band that I have. If you find that the loop bands that you have at home, if you find that your loop, so we're just holding one dumbbell. So I'm going heavy, we're just holding one dumbbell. I've got a 30-pound dumbbell. If you don't have a heavy enough dumbbell, you can try to hold 2, but I don't know how you get the ball up here. Maybe you're more restored than me. So my strongest glute band is under my knees. This is getting pretty heavy, so I'm gonna just rest it on my lap, get the ball up a little higher than I think, get my legs out here, okay? And then we're gonna come down. Remember, these are low and isolated. So arch your back, get your weight in your heels, push your knees open, and then we're gonna do mini low squats. isolating those glutes. It's up to you to shift your body weight so that your glutes are taking a heavy workload here. 15 right here. Oh my gosh. 15. Stay low. 14 and 13. If your quads are overloaded, you need to adjust. Either sit lower, get your feet out farther. 11. 10, are you pressing your knees open? 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one for me. And 1. I'm coming all the way up. I'm just going to let this ball drop for now. Set this guy down. Okay. We're moving into hip lifts, bridges. There's lots of different names for them. The first set, I want you to do it banded because we've already got it on, and sitting on your ball. If you do not have a ball, do it on the ground. If you don't have a band, do it without. Really get those glutes good because we're going to use our band and weights. We're going to do 10 to 12 reps. I want you to think about where you think you are for your max. Again, if you don't get it perfect this first time, if you're like, it was too heavy or it was just a little too light, don't stress. That's why we do more than one set. Okay, so I think I can do 25s both. We're going to give that a try and we'll just see. So here we go. I'm going to show you how I get into position. I am not graceful. You can very likely find a better way to do this, but I'm going to have a seat on my ball and I'm going to put my weights across my hips. You can have one if you like as well. And then we're going to walk out into the bridge position. Now, this is max, so 10 to 12 reps is all we're doing. We're going to make a big full range of motion, all that good stuff. So walk it on out. Far enough that just your head and shoulders. Your weight is in your heels, head and shoulders are on the ball. Let's try for 12. Okay, here we go. Down and up. 12, big full range of motion. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now, don't get comfortable. Set your butt down. Get rid of your weights. We're gonna go back up. So when you're back up here, this is where we can really focus on form. Get your feet out wide, tuck your hips up and under, squeeze your glutes. You can hold on to the ball if you want. We're gonna press out with our knees. Push, push. So keep your hips tucked and keep your backside really high. Squeeze your cheeks. And then we're pressing outward with the knees. We're gonna do a little burnout here, but you're really gonna feel it in your glutes if you keep your butt cheeks clenched the whole time, okay? 20, 19, 18, 17. If you're not feeling it, get your feet wider, get your hips higher. 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And there we go. I'm going to straighten my legs out because that was killer. And then I'm going to see if I can get off the ball without making a complete fool of myself. I'm not sure. Walk it on up. And I'm going to set it down and get rid of my band. Okay. We're doing our second set of walking lunges. This walking lunge portion is really like your own deal, okay? I'm gonna be off camera for most of it anyways. 25's about killed me. Unfortunately, if I'm being honest with myself, I think I can barely do 30s. So I'm gonna do my 30s this time. I'm gonna go at my own pace, 10 repetitions. You do the same. If you get done before me, congratulations, you get a little extra breather. If you need to do more, do more. Okay, I'm gonna take a breather after my 10. This is a max out lunge set. As heavy as you can go. And if you're tired of me yapping, you can get started right away. Okay, lower straight down, especially when you're getting into this really, really heavy weight. Baby that lower back. I guess I should get this guy up. Here we go for me. 10 reps. Ready? Let's do it. Oh my goodness, there's 10. 10. 9. Ah! 8. And 8. 7. 7. We're on 5. And 5. 4. 4. 3. 2. Here's my last one. 1. And 1. All right, there's my 10. Good riddance to those. I need my breather. If you've got water nearby, take a drink. I'm gonna work for a second here to bring my heart rate down. That was horrible. But in the thick of it, feels horrible, and it feels great at the end. Not yet, still trying to breathe. It doesn't feel great yet, but trust me. All right, so that was a max out set. 10 should be all you could have mustered. Now, let's go back to one more set of our weighted banded squats. We're doing 12 to 15 repetitions of those little teeny squats here, and you're just holding one weight. So it's not gonna feel like a max, but your bun should be on fire at the end regardless. Okay. One band. I'm only using one for this. If you use 2, for me personally, I still like to keep them both under my knees because I like to be able to get my legs kind of wide. And I go around. If you want to add 2 bands, you can try one above, see how that feels. Move it below if you find the same thing that I have. Okay, 1 dumbbell. So I'm going to go to one of my 30s, not 2. And then I'm gonna awkwardly walk this ball up the wall. See if I can do it. One hand here, my grip's getting tired. With these heavy weights, I'm gonna set it on my lap. Okay, get in position. Sink down nice and low. Do this in the center of your room. Just do a squat if you don't have a wall. Maybe every wall in your house is covered with something. It's fine, do it in the middle of your room. Down and up, here we go. Tiny, low, glute isolation. And then I'm gonna try to catch my breath still. I'm still reeling from those walking lunges. And my legs are shaking. All right. 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, oh my gosh, guys, 3, 2, last one, and 1. I'm up, out of that. Okay, set my ball aside. We're doing another set of our one-legged squats. You're holding one dumbbell if you need the balance, and I do. And this is a max out set. I can't remember what I grabbed last time, but we're doing 10 repetitions, as much weight as you can stand. For me, that's gonna be a 30-pound dumbbell. We're on one leg, right? So stands to reason. When we're doing two-legged things, I can manage 2 dumbbells. One-legged thing, we've got 1. You don't have to use that logic. You just figure out the weight that is gonna kick your butt for 10 repetitions, all right? We are working on building muscle, changing body composition in my classes this week. I change it up, but this is a heavy strength week. The goal is to build muscle. It'll help you burn more calories, change your composition, body composition. So go heavy, okay? All right, here we go. I think this is the leg I ended with, but I'm not sure. One-legged squat, 10 reps, go ahead. 10, stand up through your heel. I am a shaky mess. 9, 8, oh my gosh, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I need to catch my breath. That was my max, all I could do for 10. Moving to the other side. Change it up if you weren't where you needed to be on that first leg. All right, quit being a baby, Aaron, let's go. Other side. Okay, you guys ready? 10 reps, let's do it. Seven, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's that. Okay, we're gonna go back to our banded bridges on the ball. One of the only things I remember, seriously, from high school English, sorry, English teachers out there, is the word alliteration for some reason. And anytime I use it, I want to say, oh, there's alliteration, because then I sound like I know something about, you know, something about anything, really. So, if you don't have a ball, or if you don't feel stable on your ball, do your bridges from the ground. But I'm going to do that with a band, and I'm going to go as heavy as I can go. You know, I'm going to say this time. 10 to 12 reps. I'm gonna shoot for 12. And I'm moving the band above my knees, just for a slightly different variation. 30-pound dumbbells for me. And then we're gonna see if I can get myself in position on the ball again. I sort of did it one time. That might be my only graceful one today. Okay, make sure everything's secure, especially if you're pushing real heavy weights. We're gonna walk on out here. 12 reps. You ready? Let's do it. 12. 11. 10. 9. 7. 5. 3. 2. 1. Get rid of those heavy weights. Be careful. Tuck those hips under, squeeze your glutes, push your knees out. 20 repetitions. Here's another little trick. Don't have your toes flared out really far. Take your ankles with you. It'll help your glutes engage more. So you're not here, okay? Take those ankles out too. Press, press. Okay, guys. 20, 19, and 18. You can always change it up. Maybe you prefer the band under your knees. Move it. Maybe you feel like you need some weight across your hips. Throw some on there, okay? You got 13. 11. Keep those hips tucked up. Butt cheeks tight, so that just means squeeze them. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm coming off. This guy. Setting them up. Let me see where we're at on time. You guys, I always run out of time with you. Okay, we got to get in some inner thigh here at the end. So I think we're going to do 2 more max out sets of hip lifts on the ground. And then we're going to move on from there. So keep your bands and your heavy weight nearby, all right? Bands and heavy weight. Now that I'm moving to the floor and I don't have to stabilize up on my ball, I'm going to add a second glute band. This time, I'm going to put one below and one above. If you only have one glute band, that's cool. And I guess this will probably be maddening to some of you. Figure out where you feel it more in your glutes. Do you prefer the band below your knees or above? But you can switch it off in the middle of this set. We're doing bridges on the ground. Max out heavy set. Maybe you can do more than what you've been doing on the ball. You're gonna have to determine that, right? I'm gonna stick with my 30s. We're gonna do 12 repetitions. So let me see if I can get them on my lap. Oh man, there's a 30. You can also put your mat, fold it up, and set it across your lap if you're throwing around such heavy weight that it hurts your lap, okay? Throw your mat across there, and then add those weights. I'm about there, but I think I can handle, we'll see, the 30s. My youngest son weighs 60 pounds, so hopefully I can handle 60 pounds of weight across my lap. I can handle him, so. Ready? Let's do it. Here we go, big full range of motion. Push, squeeze your glutes. We're gonna go 12. 11, when we take it to the floor, it's a little different. Do you need more weight? 10. You only have 9 more reps. Throw more weight on there if you need it. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, last one. Okay, we're gonna do a burnout set, and then we're gonna do one more heavy set. So everything stays the same, get rid of your weight. Bring those hips up, take your feet wide. This time I want your toes out, okay? Push your knees open. Give me a little tuck. Tuck and squeeze. Toes out, knees open. Oh my gosh. We're gonna do 15, 14. Try to push your knees open. 12, 11, 10. My legs aren't working anymore. 9, 8, 7. Come on, knees. 6, 5, 4, 3. Last one. Oh, you guys. That definitely felt like a burnout, right? Shake it out. I'm going to catch my breath. Okay, we're on our final set, and then I'm going to end class with straight inner thigh work. Now, all of these compound moves that we did also work your inner thighs, but we're going to localize that muscle at the very end. Right now, we're doing kind of a burnout for the glutes. One more max out weight set, and then we'll do one more little burnout, and then it's all inner thighs. So those of you that showed up just for the inner thigh work, you've been getting it, but you're about to get some more. Okay, here's our second set from the ground. How was your weight? Your buns should be on fire by the end of 12 reps if you have a heavy enough weight, okay? All right, my buns are already on fire, and I haven't even lifted them off the ground. So we're gonna see how this goes. You ready? Here we go, up. 12. 10. 8. Push those knees out. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. Get rid of the heavy weight. We're going right into this one. No weight, back side up. Turn your toes inward. Push your knees out against the band. Give me that little hip tuck. Okay, 20, 19, 18, 17. Toes are facing in, knees are pushing out against your band. Oh my gosh, 14, 13, 11. Oh my gosh! 9, 8, 7, 5, 3, last one, 1. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get these bands off. We don't have a ton of time to devote to straight on inner thigh work. Let me make sure I know where we're at. Okay, all right. One of my favorite, real straightforward ways to work is an old school move. Way back to the 80s. What was it then? Like calisthenics. My mom used to do those. So we're gonna do scissors. This also, incidentally, works your core. Yay! So if you have issues with your lower back, you can put your hands under your backside. That'll help kind of cradle and support that. We're just gonna start out, if I can lift my legs, doing a scissor. I want you to get started, and then we're gonna chat. So again, like so many things in my classes, this is very personal to your own flexibility, your own strengths, how tired your legs are. Go in. I want you to keep your legs as straight as you can. There's tons of different factors that contribute to that. So don't stress about it. Just get your legs as straight as you can get them. Then bring them as close to your chest as you can. We're gonna do high repetitions because we don't have any weight, but your inner thighs will be sore, I promise. So hang in here with me. We're gonna do 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, leave them together, okay? You're gonna do a switch, front to back, switch. It's tiny and quick, so you're just quickly switch, 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 switch. We're gonna burn it out here for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend those knees. You're gonna grab your ball. If you don't have a ball that will work to go in between your knees, you can use a towel, you can roll up your mat, you just need something to squeeze. If you have nothing at all, squeeze your knees together, okay? So obviously your legs are gonna be closer. Tuck your hips up and under. I don't want any space under that lower back. Squeeze the ball as tight as you can. You should be shaking right off the get-go. Squeeze nice and tight. And then flex your abs while you're here. This is really gonna work those underlying deep tissue core muscles. If you keep that back flat against the ground and flex while you're squeezing. Big deep breaths. If those inner thighs aren't starting to burn right now, you need to bring your feet in closer and squeeze the ball harder. All right, we're gonna do little teeny pulsing squeezes for about 20 seconds. Just do them as quick and as hard as you can, all right? Ready? Here we go. 20 seconds. 14. 10. 5 seconds, and then you're gonna do a final just holding squeeze. 4, 3, 2, now just hold that squeeze as hard as you can. You have 10 seconds to completely fry those inner thighs. Squeeze as hard as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Set that ball aside. Shake your legs out for a second. We're gonna go back to scissors, okay? Now you're gonna be getting fatigued. We're at the end of class. Second set, do your best, all right? If you get super shaky, it's fine, that's what happens. Bring those legs up. Give me your scissors. You've got 15, 13, and 12. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're gonna leave your legs wide, and I want little teeny inward circles. You've got 15, 14, 13. Circle through the hip. 8, 5, 4, 3. Now we're going back to those big scissors. 2 and 1. Bring it in and out. You got 15, 13. I'm a shaky mess. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Leave them wide. Circle outward, outward for 15. Oh my gosh! 13, 11, 9, 7 and 6. We're gonna do 15 more scissors and you can drop your legs. 4, 3, 2, 15 more, in and out, 15, 14, this is the end of the set, I promise. 12, 11, man, oh man, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was tough for me. Okay, shake it out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. We're gonna do one more set of our squeezes with the ball. We're almost there, we're in the home stretch. Okay, grab that ball again. Hold it between your knees. You can hold something else if you need to, okay? Now, this time, I want you to pick your hips up and bring those legs in close. Tuck your hips up and under, squeeze. I want little pulsing squeezes to start with. Again, if your ball is too large or you just can't get a good grip on it, use something else, or you can just pinch your knees together. You just take your feet really close, okay? 15 seconds, 14, oh my gosh, my inner thighs are like fried. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and just hold the squeeze. Hold, 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 hold. Now you're gonna keep squeezing tightly and put your butt down. Okay, you're still squeezing tight. If you need to bring those feet in even closer, please do it. Tuck your hips up and under. Remember, flex your core, no space under your back. You're just doing a constant squeeze. And then here's our final set of pulses. You ready? Let's go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It's up to you to squeeze really hard. 20 seconds, finish it out. I'm gonna call time on this move at the end of 20 seconds, so make it count. 20, 19, 18, 16, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take that ball, set it up, and we're gonna finish. Uh-oh, there goes my ball. That's okay, we don't need it anymore. We're gonna finish with a burnout inner thigh leg lift. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this with a band. You can put a weight there too if you want, but we're gonna do the band. But the question is, can I get it in the position I need? So you're gonna lay on your side, and it loops through your leg all the way up, probably past your knee. Then this back leg, you're gonna step on your loop band, okay? But I'm gonna do something a little different. So sometimes we do a leg lift in this position. I want you to take this back leg that's standing on your band and bring it forward, okay? You might have to adjust that band a little bit because you need to kind of be stepping on it. It's just gonna give you a little resistance. You will not need much, okay? So we're gonna lean forward slightly and lift that back leg. Give me little teeny lifts, okay? You don't need much tension, but you can take this leg farther in front or pull this leg back towards the back wall a little more to add just a tiny bit more tension. This is an inner thigh burnout, the end of class. We're gonna keep it as high as we can, tiny little lifts for 20 seconds. You ready? Here we go. Up, 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 20, 19, and 18. All of this inner thigh work is working your abs too. You're welcome. 15, 14, keep that leg as high as you can. 10 seconds, make it count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Okay, we're doing the burnout on the other side, and then I think we're going to be out of time. Yes, we will. Okay, so I'm going to flip my head over here. Remember, the band slides all the way up through the front leg. And then I like to put my foot in like this and then step over the top. But, you know, you can do it however you want. You can also do this without a loop band. It's still killer. You just might have to lift that leg a little higher. Are you guys ready? Roll that hip forward slightly. Don't give yourself, you know, a hip pointer. Lift that leg as high as you can. Let's give ourselves a few big repetitions so you can feel. I think I need to try to bring this foot farther forward and this leg back a little bit to add just that little bit of tension. It does not take much. All right, you ready for our burnout? 20 repetitions. Get that leg up nice and high. Here we go. My, oh my. Should I start counting? Yes. 20, 19, 18. Keep that leg as high as you can. We have 12. 10, 5, 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. That is it. We made it. How about we shake out our legs for just a second? Great job. If you guys have to run, let me know if you completed this workout. We ended class on the dot clock. Hug those knees into your chest. For the last few weeks, and it's going to continue for a few more weeks, I am working on changing body composition. I talked about that in my post like 2 posts ago, I think, about one of the goals you could have when it comes to your health. So my workouts right now are consisting of a lot of heavy strength training. I am so glad you guys are here with me to do that. It is much needed, but that's what I'm focusing on right now. I do a little bit of cardio, but most of my workouts in the gym are heavy strength days. So that's what I'm going to be posting here for the next couple weeks. I will bring Pilates and bar and that stuff back. Some of you love that. Those might be more consistent with a few of you and the goals that you have. And I totally get that. I have some of those saved if you want to go back and do them. But over the next few weeks, it's going to be lots of heavy strength classes from me because I am building muscle and burning fat over here. Big stretch. So tomorrow, one of my favorite days, shoulders. I've been taking one day during the week off. Some of you, I get asked a lot like what I do for my training, and that's fine. I'll tell you what I do, and if it's helpful to you, great. One day a week off from teaching here because I do a run or a hike, or that's kind of a day. I just, for my own, like, personal, like where I am in my headspace and happiness and all that stuff, I love to get outside sometimes. And with my little kids, the only time I have is in the morning. So I'm devoting to just like straight cardio. And so this week I'm doing that on a Thursday. So if you want to do something like that with me, awesome. But tomorrow's going to be shoulders. And then what else did I say for shoulder day? I can't remember. Shoulders and something else. That's one of my very favorite days. Erin, welcome, welcome. It is okay if you are starting an hour late. I am so thrilled. Erin got the memo. Courtney, great job. Lacey, Tessa, tell me your favorite moves today. Help me out. You guys, I'm counting on you. You got to give me some feedback. Those of you at home too, you can give me feedback on my Instagram page as well. I love that. Lots of people kind of just comment on the workouts when I post the moves on there, and that's fine. Any feedback is great, but did you like the inner thigh work today? Are you more of like a heavy strength compound move person? Let's see. Tessa, you're gonna tell me that you love the super heavy walking lunges because that was like the most difficult part of it for me. I almost threw up. But welcome those of you that are new. Welcome those of you that don't quite feel comfortable commenting yet. That's cool too. I'm so glad you're here. Make these workouts work for you. If you're going light right now, that's cool. If you're doing them later, that is cool. I love having you find out what works for you, and that'll be the best thing you can do. What is working for you, what feels good for you, that's right, correct? All right, nobody has any feedback for me this morning about the stuff they liked or hated. Let me think if I do. What did walking lunges always make me really sore. It's just one of the best, there's certain moves for certain body parts that are just tried and true. Walking lunges are one of those. So I would have to say I probably needed the heavy walking lunges the most today, but they almost killed me. Did I enjoy something during the workout? We went heavy today, so it was pretty tough. I liked the bridges. We haven't done hip lifts or bridges in a while, so I enjoyed that. Lacey, Tessa, Courtney, favorites? Anybody? Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You'll have just one more second to kind of comment if you had favorites. And then we're gonna be doing a heavy upper body day tomorrow, and I look forward to that because shoulders are my favorite. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.